The Democratic National Convention in just one day has already had so much insanity and cringe that it's hard to describe it as anything other than a complete and total disaster. But of course, the highlight of the night, after listening to so many people just stand up there and lie time after time repeatedly and listen to all the cringe, the finale was the President of the United States, Joe Biden. We know he can barely walk, we know he can barely talk, and we know the Democratic Party literally just subverted democracy, the very thing they say they're trying to save, by forcing him to drop out of the race, despite the fact that nobody actually voted for Kamala Harris as the Democratic nominee. And they forced Joe Biden to get up there and give a speech supporting Kamala after they literally just took this from him. Now, I think that Joe Biden is not fit to be president of the United States. He probably should have stepped down in all actuality quite some time ago. But the truth is, 14 million Democratic primary voters voted for Joe Biden to be the nominee, and they saw that stripped away from them. And Joe Biden went up there to try to convince everybody that he's actually just okay with it, guys. And of course, whenever you have a Joe Biden speech, there's going to be gaffes, there's going to be battles with the teleprompter. This probably was the worst one of the night. However, just listen to this. This is one of the worst ones we've heard in a while.
In its decision overturning Roe v. Wade, as you heard earlier tonight, the United States Supreme Court majority wrote the following, quote, "Women are not without electoral or political power."
It's great that so many people up, at the DNC are laughing at the fact that the President of the United States just had a stroke, essentially, in front of them all and can barely rattle out a paragraph.
No kidding.
So that was maybe the worst gaffe of the night, but it was so insane to see the people there, the people that engineered, ripping this away from Joe Biden, sitting there pretending like they support him. Nancy Pelosi holding a "We Love Joe" sign. Nancy Pelosi holding a "We Love Joe" sign after she forced Joe Biden to step down is incredible to see. Again, these people are so full of shit, and she even did kind of get confronted about this earlier. Listen to this.
You know what?
Have you talked to him is my only question.
What I have to do.
Right.
He made the decision for the country. My concern was not about the president. It was about his campaign.
He made the decision for the country. He made the decision because he was basically forced to by all the Democratic Party leaders who, even though everybody voted, 14 million Democratic primary voters voted for this, no, that's not, we don't want you there, so we're going to want you to step down. So this is the party that says they're trying to protect democracy. It's an absolute joke. And now they're forced there to sit and lie through their teeth that, no, it was truly his decision, we promise. And of course, throughout Biden's entire speech, we saw multiple lies time after time, whether it's about Trump's record, whether it's about his record. But one of the most egregious is one that continues to get peddled time after time after time. The fine people on both sides falsehood. Listen to this.
The president was asked what he thought had happened. Donald Trump said, and I quote, "There are very fine people on both sides. My God." That's what he said. That is what he said and what he meant.
Now, of course, we're going all the way back to Charlottesville and what happened there. The truth is, that's not what President Trump said at that time. If you actually listen to what he said, which we can do here.
And you had some very bad people in that group. But you also had people that were very fine people on both sides. You had people in that group, excuse me, I saw the same pictures as you did.
Of course, you actually have to listen to the rest of the sentence and let him finish to hear what he said, but that's not what the media would like you to do.
You had people in that group that were there to protest the taking down of, to them, a very, very important statue and the renaming of a park from Robert E. Lee to another name. So you know what? It's fine. You're changing history, you're changing culture, and you had people, and I'm not talking about the neo-Nazis and the white nationalists, because they should be condemned totally. But you had many people in that group other than neo-Nazis and white nationalists.
Even Snopes was forced to admit that, no, Trump didn't actually do this. Yet there at the DNC, we see these lies peddled by people like Joe Biden, just hoax after hoax, whether it's the calling military people suckers and losers, whether it's lying about gun violence and children. It was just sad and pathetic, but that describes Joe Biden's entire presidency. This dude was not equipped mentally, probably to even win in 2020, and it's just gone so far downhill since then. And they made him stand there and pretend like he was okay with it. A man who can barely walk, barely talk, probably doesn't know what is going on half the fucking time. Truly an evil son of a bitch just in general, by the way. I don't have any fucking sympathy for him, but this was just the first day of the DNC. What do you guys think about this? Let me know in the comments section below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.